To our next story, Tingo, the US SEC. The US SEC has charged the founder of Tingo with fraud.
Massive fraud.
Say massive.
Massive fraud.
That's
So-
what they said.
Someone on LinkedIn said, Tech Point, why you carrying? See if I catch you.
How did I miss? I will go and look for that.
No, please go on with the story. Give us the details, please. Thank you.
Okay. Well, the founder, CEO of Tingo Group, Dozy Mmobousi, that's his name. That's his alias now. He has been charged with massive fraud by the Securities and Exchange Commission in the US. And okay, so a little background might be necessary here. So Tingo is it Phantom? But it's this large company that nobody seems to know of. They've been in operation for, I think, 5, 6, or 7 years. But they've been in operation for a couple of years. And nobody just seems to either know of them or have any traces of their operations. And early this year, there was a report by Hindenburg Research. I hope I have that name pronounced correctly. And it stated that Tingo was an obviously, okay, how do you put it again?
Yeah, so something like that.
Something like an obvious scam, basically, that there was really nothing real about them. So they have a few divisions. They provide smartphones to farmers, and according to them, they had done that to, I think, 12 million farmers across West Africa, I believe, Nigeria, Ghana, I think Kenya, and a few other countries. And the story was, okay, yes, you say you provide 12 million. Who are you doing it with? They mentioned about 2 cooperatives, farmer cooperatives, and all the 2 of them said, we don't know who these guys are. We are not doing business with them. And we also had, they also have a different division. I can't remember. What's the name again of that division? But yeah, they have a few other divisions. All of them engaged in a few businesses. And we can't really point to, this is what these guys are doing. So after that report came out, their stock naturally took a beating, and it felt like everything went quiet for a bit. But I think Dozy came out and was like, "This is wrong. This is they are not guilty of anything that the report said." But what was very interesting was after that period, I started seeing Tingo either sponsoring events or sponsoring awards. Like,
Yes,
I know I counted at least 4.
They also launched Tingo EPOS.
Okay.
The ad is actually still going on a music channel on
Okay.
GSTV currently.
Yeah, and just last month, he launched a football club after failing to buy Sheffield United. So he launched a football club in Nigeria. So I was looking at it and I was like, man, you've got guts. Like,
He wants to buy one of the oldest clubs in England.
in England, and you have a shady history. Like, so that's even the problem. He couldn't even pass due diligence for ordinary Sheffield United.
You say ordinary.
And I mean,
You think the UK government would just sell the oldest
Exactly.
club in England to anybody?
I mean, that club shouldn't cost more than 3 or 4 M now.
It's not about the money.
Yeah,
about-
I'm saying, so it's different if you want to buy, let's say, a Chelsea. You jump through hoops. They will make you jump through hoops to prove who you are and all. So you're buying a very small club in one small town that people have forgotten, and you couldn't pass their due diligence. And then he now came around to start making noise about it's not. What did he even say again? He was saying something about how the deal failed, about why the deal failed too. But man, that thing was very funny. But yes, he's been charged with fraud. The SEC has asked for emergency relief. So basically, they are saying they want the court not to allow individuals to send money to him. Basically, have him give up all his assets. I guess it's to, I don't know where he is now, what country he is. Maybe it's to make it difficult for him to escape prosecution and stuff like that. But yeah, they've done that. And don't worry, we talk about some of the things that they, at least one of the things that they talked about.
Mm.
But yes, that's
That's the lowdown. So, but yeah, you mentioned something that you said a company that no one knows about. So I want us to be very careful because there are actually companies that no one knows about, but actually building real stuff, really cool stuff. We have examples of them. Some of them, they were under the radar for a long time. Then they don't decide to come into the limelight. But any industry player that you talk to will know them.
Yes.
Even if they're
The public, of course.
public. So an example is a company like Terragon.
Yeah.
They don't make noise, but they're doing crazy stuff behind the scenes. Money Point team up. When they were team up, for a long time they were like that, doing behind the scenes stuff. So there are a bunch of companies like that that don't make noise, but are doing cool stuff. So, but Tingo's own was even where they were not making noise, but even industry players in those spaces did not know them.
Then they got into the IPO'd.
So it was a reverse. It was a reverse listing. So it's basically backyard entrance.
Are you trying to tell me that the regulatory requirements for reverse listing is not?
I've not checked what the requirements are, but from some of what I've read, it looks a bit easier to do a reverse listing than a direct IPO. Because one of the questions I had was, with all this baggage, how were you able to list on NASDAQ? And I did a little reading, and it appears a reverse listing is easier than, like, it's probably has less stringent measures for listing than a direct IPO. So that's probably why they were able to get there without anybody finding.
Suspecting.
Maybe. I mean, we are discussing that too. Maybe there were some questions raised at that time, but they probably didn't have any substance to the maybe either accusations or their suspicions. So that's probably why they were able to go ahead with that. But yes, it looks like they're going to be in trouble for a bit.
Okay.
For a bit.
I mean,
so yeah, you said there was something that they said they did that you wanted to share.
Yes. So now what I was saying about gods. So apparently at some point they had, like, I think 2022 their financial reports. Tingo Group they reported about $461 million as what they had in their accounts, and the SEC is saying it's not $461 million. These guys had like $50.
Emmanuel, take it.
$50. No, but
Like
honestly,
that's what they close the year with.
a full company, $50.
I mean, so if it's a fraudulent operation, then it's very, very possible. It's very possible.
Well, sorry. Let's move on from this. It's getting
When I saw the leap from $50 to $460, like,
million.
you need some Carantuan levels
of Juspa.
of God
Of Uspa.
to do that.
Certain je ne sais quoi. You have it inside of you. You don't. It's not something that can be taught.
Like, I'm telling you, I mean, I need some of that audacity going into 2024.
Yeah, it's the Lulu.
To do what?
Hmm?
To do what?
The Lulu.
It's not just the audacity.
No, it's not the
issue.
Lulu, it's the audacity that I need.
It's-
But I will not be defrauding anybody.
You won't be defrauded.
Yeah,
What?
I will not be defrauding anybody.
At the very least.
For my next act with that audacity, I'll be building a unicorn in 6 months.
A unicorn in 6 months.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So people not hear what if I try
Better go,
it.
even camel, you won't build.
Is it camel that they are calling them now?
I don't know. Yeah, it's camels
is
with
it-
this
okay, it's camel.
this funding winter. So
Okay.
you need to be able to carry funds inside your stomach.
Yes, like you know, see
And
if
go
you see
long
drought,
distance.
you know.
It's camel.
Well,
Before we used to have gazelles.
Yeah.
Run fast.
But now, Gazette don't
Everybody
dehydrate.
everybody don't collect.
Gazelle don't migrate.
Gazelle don't
They find
Go
water.
desert.
So it's camel now. Travel long distance with any water you drink.
I can't be doing camel.